painted all this except for this. Try to get the blend better. Noticed. That's what I was talking about. That's how we do we'll take our middles across and then we'll go straight down through there. See how the brush strokes go the same way. Now when that dries, you'll see why we do it. Because you'll see each piece of that. Like you'll see this piece running this way and this piece will be coming down this way. I painted this leg too. I painted it earlier. If you notice, that's like a little pocket for his brooms and stuff, but there's definitely some nicking. Because usually what happens is when you're going across that stuff, the sharp clips will just peel the paint out of the brush for you. It'll just take it right out of there. And it'll add a bunch of paint right there. And you don't really want that, because that's how you start to see like runs and stuff like that. Just go ahead and paint this one door. Because this thing right here is a little triggered up, so anytime you get these little fuzzies on your doors, get that stuff off there, because if you get it in your paint, you'll see it. So it's always a good thing to get them off. And a lot of times your rags will leave it. If you notice, I got a gray rag. A gray rag is what we use for like lacquers and stuff like that, but it don't have no dust that comes off of it. A white rag does. When you go to a paint store, they'll offer a box of white rags, and then they'll offer right beside them a box of gray rags. Your gray rags are for better air. I can go over this with this white rag, or this gray rag, and get all those little hairs off of there. Where the white rag will put hair on there. It just depends on what you're working on. If it's not a big deal, then it's not, but that's the reason why we got two different color rags. They sell a white rag and I sell a gray rag. The gray rag's for lacquers and stuff like that, and it's to get all this little dust particles off of there. But a lot of times you can just dust it off with your hand too. don't know what that is. Oh yeah. But if you notice, some brush strokes are really tight. They're smooth. This is what I was talking about, and this is still drying, so it's gonna have. If you notice, when just before it actually starts to cure, like when it gets to the end of its drying time, it'll look kind of different, and then it'll just blend in. But that's what it's doing right now. It's just messing with dry because it's almost dry. $200-mile-an-hour through here, you'll never see this. And this is the stuff that I did on the other videos. I think it's drying in really good. I was really scared there at first because you still see this in here is a little bit off, but man, I'm pretty sure it's the exact same paint that we painted him with the first time. He just kept the can. That's why it ain't got no label on it. That's why it's really important to keep the can of whatever you, like if you have something painted, it's really important to keep that can. It's not the can that you really want, it's the label that's on the can. Because I think it's after 10 years, they recommend you throw it away. And I think it's after 10 years, they recommend you throw it away. And, but I guarantee that paint's older than that. I mean, I've used paint that's way older than that. It just depends on if you got it in a really good warm spot in your basement. Like if you got a heated basement, it's great. If you don't have a heated basement, there's a good chance that your paint froze. And if it froze, you might as well throw it away. But you don't want to throw it away until you keep the label off of it. The labels, the stuff, it's got all the color charts on it. It's got the name of the color, the actual paint, and everything else. Like this is one of them. That's Benjamin Moore's label, but you can tell how old that label is. I tried to look for a date the other day. I couldn't find one. That sometimes the fan will clean it up a little bit, but it don't. Yeah, it just says where it was bought at, and if you notice, that's what that BM 2133 stands for. That BM 2133. It's actually the name of the paint. So if worst comes to worst, you can write this part of it down, and they'll know what you're talking about because it's Benjamin Moore Onyx. But the color chart that they use is right here. Usually what they do is they tell you what colors they put in it and how much of it before they mix it. And that's what they really want, is this piece right here. I mean, the label matters too. That way they can get you the same paint. If you can, see, the trick is when you touch up stuff is trying to get the same paint that you're already working on. If you can get the same paint, it makes your touch ups way easier. Not way easier, but better. Anyway, if you can, hit that subscribe button, because I got a boatload of subscribe buttons I need to have pushed. Just kidding. Actually, I do. But no, just hit that subscribe button, because I'm trying to grow my channel. I need to hit 1,000 just so they can unmonetize me. And if you got a comment, more welcome to comment. And hit that like button. I'd be really grateful. I can't wait till they unmonetize my channel. That way I can actually do some other things outside of being on probation, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what the whole thing is. But anyway, I'm learning about it as I go. So, yeah. I hope you like it. I know some people like dark colors. I know some people like dark colors, some people don't. I mean, because it's the same process on everything. It just depends on what you're painting. And then you gotta know what paint to put where. But for the most part, yeah. But yeah.